Ah, is this me? I can't tell.
Yow.
Yay! Wolfenstein: The Old Blood came out May 5th, and guess what? We've been playing it!
Yeah!
It came out only on the PS4, Xbox One, PC, so if you played the last gen versions of Wolfenstein: The New Order, you're kind of fucked out. So yeah. This is basically a prequel to Wolfenstein: The New Order, so it came before it. And it's also a standalone game, so you don't need Wolfenstein: The New Order in order to play this game. So Wolfenstein: The New Order was probably one of the biggest surprises of 2014, and it's a game that Keith and I really, really enjoyed. It's a solid fucking game with a solid story, solid gameplay and shooting. It was incredible, and having more of that, nothing wrong with that. So what do you think, Keith?
I think that this game is you getting a lot for your.
Oh yeah.
For your, well, again, in our case, because we got it early, the $18 that you're paying for, because you're getting 8 story missions, a bunch of collectibles, all kinds of collectibles, 8 bonus levels, I guess, and then
There's challenge missions and
it's like
challenge maps or whatever. It's crazy.
So you're getting a lot for your buck. You're getting a lot of bang for your buck. At first, first hearing about this game, I was a little worried. What they could do. I don't know. It was it's not too much of a spoiler, but you start off basically in Castle Wolfenstein, which is something that I don't even think in the 2011 Wolfenstein game, I don't think you were in Castle Wolfenstein at all. So it's like, oh, that's like old school Wolfenstein. You're going back to places like that, which is really cool. Probably the first thing playing this game you'll notice is that they added a new mechanic in the sense that one of the first weapons you get is this pipe, and basically the pipe allows you to climb up specific walls and open up like hatches and things like that, which I think is nice because it changes the flow of the level design, in which now you have to think about, can I climb? Are there any walls that I can climb up? And then also when you get up to the top of the wall, you can hold L1 and peek up, and you can aim.
Yeah.
So if anybody is walking past the window, you can pop them and get them really quick. The only other thing I was worried about, oh man, a lot of the weapons in the New Order, most of the game took place in the futuristic 1960s. So it's like, what the hell are they going to do for guns? But there's plenty of guns.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, you get the pipe, which you can break in half, and that becomes 2 weapons. You can, there's a pistol, which you can, all of these you can dual wield. There's knife, assault rifle, like a sniper rifle, and a shotgun, and then there's like I guess almost like a grenade launcher pistol. I forget. So there's a lot of guns. So there's nothing in lack in terms of guns. And if you loved the gameplay and the style of the New Order, you will very much enjoy the Old Blood. The first mission, even a good bit of the second and third missions are like stealth oriented. Which I will say this again, like I said when I reviewed the New Order last year, this probably does stealth the best out of any first person shooter franchise that I've seen. And I think it's mostly because it's not realistic. Because you can go and get in a firefight in one area, and then go into the next area, and you start fresh. You can start stealthy again, which is so nice they don't penalize you. I know it's not a first-person shooter, but in Call of Duty or Assassin's Creed or something like that. You get caught, then you're kind of screwed for the rest of the level. But at least here, it's kind of on a play-by-play basis. But gameplay-wise, it's basically, except for those couple things about the climbing that I mentioned, it's basically the same as Wolfenstein: The New Order. A lot of the same kind of enemy types show up with the big heavy guys, and then I saw there's a giant mechanical dog in there, and there's dogs and all kinds of other people. The only people that piss me off are those heavy guys who wear the orange suits.
Mm-hmm.
They piss me off because you can't stealth kill them. But
Yeah.
other than that, I mean, yeah. The level design is maybe not as good as the New Order, just because, for the most part, especially early in the game, you're in the same location the whole time, and it's Castle Wolfenstein, so it looks like a castle, and so a lot of the areas look very similar. But like I said, it's the same. I mean, you still get to play as BJ Blazkowicz, who maybe besides Duke Nukem in the cast of Gears of War is probably the most macho video game protagonist out there.
It fits Wolfenstein. His character fits Wolfenstein too, because there's nothing more macho than like dual wielding like sniper rifles or assault rifles and just blowing the shit out of everything.
Oh yeah, so it fits, and I think it's doing really well. I think because I know they introduce the chick from Wolfenstein who gets her face ripped off. They introduce her. That's who you're after in the first couple minutes. So I thought that was cool. And there's kind of a bunch of other nods to, like there's nods to Bethesda games. Like there's the Dragonborn helmet in like the first level, and there's something else probably from Fallout if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there's Nuka-Cola.
So like it's basic. Literally, like I've been saying the whole time, if you love the New Order, you will love this game. And this game is also a great example of why I love standalone DLC. Because, I mean, it probably might not have been too much, but I can almost just about guarantee you that, like shortly after this game, or maybe even the next couple weeks, that even if it's just slight, sales for Wolfenstein the New Order will probably go up a little bit, and people playing, because it's like, this game's actually kind of good, maybe I'll pick up the other one. No, it's not $60. It's probably like, I'd assume like 30 right now. So go for $30. Sure. And so it's just a great experience. I definitely recommend it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree. They should make like a Wolfenstein definitive edition or whatever and include this on disc or something.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Like a double pack, because it just makes sense. But anyways, I agree with a lot of Keith said. I mean, I think the biggest strength of Wolfenstein, especially the New Order, and it's still here with the old blood, it's just its gameplay is fantastic. It's just moment-to-moment gameplay, it's exploration, it's incredibly fucking fun. And, Keith said that, this game does stealth really well, and I completely agree. And I feel it's mostly a testament to Wolfenstein's level design. I mean, the levels are wide open. Some of the like it's not open world. It's just when you get into a scenario, there's so many different ways you can go about doing it, and there's like a different order that you could do it. Okay, I keep getting my ass kicked this way. Let me do it another way. I mean, I just think that's so fucking awesome. Also, one thing that I love about this game is that this is just me. I always feel that checkpoints make or break games sometimes, especially games that are hard. And this game's hard, but its checkpoint system is very forgiving, which makes me happy. Because, I like the challenge, but I don't like being so frustrated because I keep getting so far into this big-ass firefight, but I keep dying, and then I have to restart the whole thing, or whatever. I went through a whole bunch, and now I have to do it again. I just feel this game's checkpoint system is fucking on par, man. It's just, to Wolfenstein the New Order, it was a good-looking game. It didn't blow me away because some of the textures were kind of like really shitty. This game's not the most gorgeous game, but it still is a good-looking game. It just won't blow you away visually, I don't think. I just like the mix of action and storytelling that's going on here, and the campaign is actually pretty beefy. It's not just this short fucking experience because it's $20. It's like a full-on first-person shooter campaign. Like, it's pretty fucking long. And it's good, too. I mean, you played BJ Blazkowicz going to steal some secret folder with the location of, Death's Head. He was pretty much the big villain in Wolfenstein. And it's rad. And so I find the story here to be good. I don't think it's as good as the New Order. And that's the thing about the Old Blood. It's more Wolfenstein. It's more of Wolfenstein: The New Order, basically. It doesn't really push the franchise forward or anything, or try anything radically new, which is fine. Just because I really wanted more Wolfenstein, basically. And just the added value to it. I mean, it's so cool, go finding the collectibles. I love how this game just tells you flat out this is how many collectibles are in this chapter, so you know what the hell you're looking for. And I just think the added challenge maps is something the New Order didn't have. But it's fun. Like certain combat scenarios from the campaign, you get to play them over and over again. You can, it's score based, and you can get medals and all that stuff. And if you chain kills, you get more points and bonuses. And it's actually really fun. It just adds more value to this. And this is just an insane deal, in my opinion, for $20. And it's just, you get a good story with great gameplay, just solid fucking controls and everything, and it's so good, man. I just love this game. And then in the newer weapons, the
Bomb and Schleuss is the one that I remember.
Yeah, that's the sniper rifle, which is just fucking awesome. The shock hammer, which is so badass. I love running around with that thing, just blowing dudes' heads off. And that's the thing, this game doesn't hold back with the violence either. You shoot somebody, they're going to be blown in half, their arms are going to be flying off, and it's pretty incredible. And then you got the stealth sequences. Like, there was this one part where I went up to the guy with a pipe, stuck the one half of the pipe in the dude's head, and he took the other half and almost nailed it in like a hammer, hitting nails. And he was just like boom, boom, boom. I was like, this is insane. Like, so if you have a weak stomach for that shit, this game isn't for you. It's just, I really like this game. Fun.
One thing I forgot to mention, because I think I got to it and you haven't found any of them, is like the secret missions, kind of like in New Order. There's the Nightmare mission where you play, I think, level 1 from Wolfenstein 3D. So basically they kind of made that, and now there's one for every single level. Mm-hmm. And you can go through and get stuff for all of them. The only thing, and it's one of the problems with those missions, and it's one of the problems that the New Order had, which they kind of didn't fix with this game, which I'm kind of sad about, is that sometimes you just don't know where to go. And it's really, really bad there, because if you think everything, because like I said, how everything kind of looks the same in the Old Blood, playing the Nightmare missions, everything literally looks the same.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just trying to figure out where you're supposed to go. Like, even just doing the first one, I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, so I ended up having to look it up. I'm like, oh. And there was only like one door that I didn't check, and then that's how you had to get through to finish them. I was like, God damn it. But
well, that's even the problem I felt with, the actual Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
The New Order and the Old Blood. Sometimes you're running around, and you're like, I do not know what to do right now.
That circle just doesn't pop up.
Yeah.
It's just like...
And that's fine. I mean, I'd like, being forced to explore more, but after I'm running around for a couple minutes, I wish the game would just kind of point me in the right direction. Maybe.
Besides, like, the little tiny circle that's really easy to miss.
Yeah. And it's like this, awful blue color that I just feel like blends in with everything. It's like...
Other than that, yeah, this game's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I really like this game. So, anything else? There's no multiplayer either, and there's no multiplayer in Wolfenstein: The New Order, which I find incredible, and I also find the whole health system to be incredible too, because it's not Halo or Call of Duty or every other game where, you take some damage and then, your health regenerates over time, which that stuff's fine, but this game, it adds that layer of challenge that now I have a finite amount of health, and, I need to pick up health packs and armor and all that stuff. Which is cool. Yeah. And it's just the whole alternate history thing is very fascinating to me, too.
Yeah. At least by what I've seen, and maybe, even though I've been reading, every letter that I can, I haven't found as much, stuff. I mean, again, there's a lot more history to cover from the New Order, because it goes up to the 1960s, but, I haven't seen too much of, explaining the actual... I mean, all you kind of hear over and over again is that America's losing, and it's like, yeah, but why? To explain. Maybe that's the only thing, is that maybe if they explain some of, the history a little bit more, why I'm where I'm at and stuff like that. But
it's the next game.
The I don't know what's between old and new. The used blood. Nah. That's
I
it.
don't know. But I do hope that Machine Games makes some type of sequel or another game in the Wolfenstein universe. Because, I mean, they've done a great job with it, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they're great fucking games. So, what would you give this game?
I would give this game a solid 8.25 out of 10. It's a great game. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah. I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. It is a solid motherfucker.